I hate to be a downer. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Right Opinion, the home of a twat with too much free time. I'm Matt HOSS. What a scumbag. Yes, the sheer amount of mental turmoil that he has put H2H3 over a single video has guaranteed him a special seat in hell, regardless of what you think of their content.
Vape Nation!
I genuinely cannot stand the man, a selfish egomaniac whose videos were no better than mediocre in the first place. He recently announced the date of the supposed court hearing. I didn't watch the video as I didn't want to grant him that 1,000th of a cent for the view. I found it out otherwise, hopefully. I think it's sometime in April, but I found that on Reddit, so if I'm wrong, tell me. I can be wrong on facts. Not opinions, though, of course. But everyone's relatively confident, right? Right? I'm not. Well, not as much as I'd like to be, at least. You see, we as a YouTube community know that this whole lawsuit is ridiculous, and the video contained enough commentary to be described as constructive. We wouldn't watch Matt Hoss's video if Ethan and Hila hadn't provided their banterous remarks to add on to it. But we're not there to tell them that. Talking! And we can't trust them to take Ethan's word on that. For example, they didn't believe RayWilliamJohnson when he went up against Jukin Media, and actually ruled in favour of the large video sharing corporation. And to be fair, Matt Hoss doesn't have quite the same weight as Jukin Media, regardless of what he thinks of himself.
My parents put me in pussy eating school. I've been a champion ever since.
And H3H3 do more than RayWilliamJohnson, whereas Johnson was more of a reporter, Ethan and Hila are more of commentators. But one of the problems that makes H3H3 Productions an easier target than most commentary channels is that they've always labelled themselves as a reaction channel, and that makes them vulnerable to being tarred with the same brush with these other channels that don't add anything on. As reaction is different to criticism. Even though I and many others have always considered H3H3 a channel that builds greatly on the content that they look at, I don't trust them to see the same picture, and maybe that's just because I'm not a very trusting person, but there are a lot of idiots in the world, and you never know where they're going to be. My main concern is that there's a court full of middle-aged people who don't have experience in this area, and in a way, you don't always expect people to have an understanding of such a situation, but I think inexperience lends a disadvantage to Ethan and Hila on these accounts. That if I was brushing the surface, you could say that they're not doing anything transformative, even though after watching many of their videos, it's clear to me, and many others, that they do most of these creators a favour by giving them extra exposure. Ethan and Hila's content is not malign, it's typically very casual, very light-hearted, and obviously, as it's not as critical, it does make them a soft target, and exploiting that, especially when the video was nothing personal, is pretty reprehensible. And the fact that Matt Hoss probably benefited off their initial video, and then has the audacity to file a fucking lawsuit, probably with some of the money he made from that fucking exposure that video gave. It's fucking disgusting.
What the fuck, dude?
And Ethan and Hila have wasted copious amounts of money on lawyers just to maximize their chance, and they did not have to do this. They could have just settled with $4,000 passing over to that twat, and we'd all be fucking fucked by lawyers coming round like they're fucking tax collectors asking us for money because we use their fucking videos. This is about the community, and I really hope they do win, because they deserve to. And everyone is in near unanimous agreement that Matt Hoss is trying to ruin YouTube for everyone. And I have a message for those like Matt Hoss who want to tear down the foundations that so many have worked so hard and so laboriously to put up, that without it, your pathetic little channel probably wouldn't exist in the first place. You wouldn't even have a platform to perform your audacious publicity stunts. But remember, we are stronger than you. So you can fucking pull the carpet from under our feet, and we will get up again. You can try to shackle us with your fucking egocentrism, but we will break the chains. You could plunge a stake through the heart of this community, and we will pull every last splinter out. Because for every narcissistic braggart like you, there's a whole fan base willing to get behind positive cause that won't necessarily benefit them, but because it's right. And if there's one thing I know about, it's righteousness. I'm the right opinion. And here's to fair use.